Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Tailor Brands, a company that helps entrepreneurs like me set up their companies from scratch. Back when I decided to finally start my own company, I had no idea where to begin. So naturally, I turned to Google for some guidance. That's when I stumbled upon Tailor Brands. So today I'm going to tell you everything about my experience and how it helped me reach my goals. But before we dive in, I'd like to say that I'm not sponsored by Tailor Brands, and this is all just my experience. All I'm trying to do is give you the facts so you can benefit from them. But I was able to find a discounted link and I left it down in the description for you if you want to try it while it lasts. It will save you a nice amount for first-time users. So with that being said, let's get right into it. If you know me, then you know I've always wanted to create my own empire, be my own boss, and be completely independent. But you wouldn't believe how tricky it can be to get started. You need to do tons of paperwork, and the constant bookkeeping can be really annoying. When I realized how much paperwork was required, I knew that I needed some help because I'm not great at paperwork. That's where Tailor Brands came to the rescue, for me at least. Handing over your live stream to another company isn't easy, and I didn't want to go into it blind. When I researched, I found out that you can register your company as an LLC right from their website, but you also have to pay for state fees, which differ from each state. To find out how much your state's filing fee is, you'll have to do some research because the range is really broad. It can literally cost anywhere from $10 on the cheapest one to $300 for Texas, which is the most expensive. Also, you have to know that registering for an LLC isn't enough though. You have to get an employee identification number and a sales tax permit to actually operate. And I received both of mine from their website in a few simple steps. The most significant advantage of using Tailor Brands was the fact that everything was already compiled in one place for me. If you've dealt with applying for licenses, permits, and other documents, then you know you need to go to different offices to get all this stuff done. Sometimes you don't even know which business licenses you might need. Personally, this is where I got stuck. I didn't want to mess up the future of my own company by filing for the wrong permit. So I had a consultation with one of the Tailor Brands agents and they helped me figure out which permits and business licenses that I would need for my business. But enough about permits, there are other things that need just as much attention, such as taxes and insurance. Tailor Brands offers different services that help you keep track of your taxes and even comes up with an insurance plan that fits your business's needs. Additionally, they help you set up a ton of amenities to make your company more efficient, such as a domain, digital business card, and even your own website. If you don't know why you could possibly need these things, let me explain. A domain name is the address of your website that people type in the search bar to get to your website. This name can't be changed, so having one that looks professional and represents your brand is essential. For instance, how iconic are Google and Wikipedia as domain names? They're clear and you know precisely what those websites are. You need to rent out domain names, and if you get yours through Tailor Brands, you get the name free for the first year. Once your domain name is chosen, it's time to make your website. You don't have to start from scratch to build a user-friendly website. Personally, I'm not too keen on coding and building the whole thing from scratch, and I was more than glad to use a Tailor Brands website builder to make my own site. My experience with Tailor Brands has been extremely positive up till now, especially because there's so many things I just have zero skill for, but I was still able to get them done without breaking the bank. Lastly, let me tell you about digital business cards. Networking has moved online, and that's why I think everyone needs a digital business card. They're just like regular business cards, but they're in the form of URLs you can share on your social medias or just share with someone you met at a bus stop or something like that. Customizing my own was such a pleasure. Okay, now that I've told you everything Tailor Brands is about, let's talk about their packages. They have a total of 3 packages for forming limited liability companies: Elite Plan, Essential Plan, and the Lite Plan. And I opted for the Elite Plan, which was the priciest and most elaborate one. It included the whole LLC formation from start to finish. I barely had any paperwork to do, and Tailor Brands did everything for me. This package had the perks of accelerated processing, which meant I didn't have to waste my time waiting around at all. It also took care of all my records, and Tailor Brands even came up with an operating agreement for my business so I could make sure the ownership rights were up to par. However, that's not all. There are a lot more perks. I received a free domain for a year, like I said, 8 free logos, a digital business card, social media post maker, a website builder, and a business card maker. And I'll be honest, I wasn't too impressed with their logos since they were a bit too generic for me. But if you want something simple and to the point, then you might actually like them. Other than that, all their services are delivered just as they promised. Their Essential Plan includes the same structure, but it doesn't come with any fancy perks. But if you're on a time crunch with a budget and don't mind missing out on a few freebies, then this might be your best bet. Or if you're looking to save the most, then you could opt for the Lite plan for just the crucial and critical services. If you think this is something you might like, they offer a free 7-day trial, so feel free to check that out. Remember, it's linked down in the description. My experience with Tailor Brands has been quite good, but I do have one complaint. One thing that frustrated me was their pricing. It's unclear at times, and their website doesn't mention too much about it. But if you contact their customer support, they're really happy to help. You can contact their support agents or just call them, whichever is more convenient for you. As a beginner, Tailor Brands helped me put my thoughts onto paper and then turn them into tangible success. I wouldn't have been able to make a website and acquire all the permits without their service. So if you're looking for a one-stop shop, you might like Tailor Brands, and I highly recommend them. Okay, then it's time to wrap this video up. I sincerely hope my experience with Tailor Brands helped you make an informed decision, because that's why I made this video. Anyway, make sure that like button and subscribe to the channel so that I can make more videos for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.